Hi everyone, it's Happy Mail Queen. I'm going to do a tutorial. A couple of you have asked me how I make my shaker cards or shaker envelopes, I should say. This one. So I'm going to go ahead and do this tutorial. So hopefully it goes okay, because I don't usually do tutorials, as you all know. So what I used for this is acetate. So I get mine from Amazon, and this is the thickness that I get it. It's 0.007 clear craft plastic, and they're 12 by 12 sheets, and you get 25 sheets each. In between the sheets, you do there is tissue paper so that you know, they don't get scratched up, I guess, or adhere to one another. But this is what I use. I tried to do this video several times yesterday, you guys, and for some reason I kept getting interrupted. So I did start off with a 12 by 12 paper, acetate piece, and I kept having to cut because, yeah, I had to keep redoing my video. So anyway, what your dimensions are, you want to cut 3" by 7.5. And I've already cut mine. So this is 3" wide. Sorry, I didn't actually cut it. 3" wide and 7.5. So we're going to cut the 7.5 right here. Okay, hopefully you can see that, my 7.5 mark. And let's go ahead and do that. And notice how I've kept the, well, I think you guys can still see it. I was going to keep the tissue so that you guys can see it better, but I think you can see that. Okay, so there's my piece. And just keep in mind, if you cut too many of these, you might dull your blade for your paper trimmer. So this is a different paper trimmer that I use. This is like my heavy duty one. And I use this for chipboard. I use this, you know, for lightweight chipboard, for acetate. Things that are harder to cut. Okay, so now you want to get your scoreboard, and I do have a Martha Stewart scoreboard, but I'm going to go ahead and just use my paper trimmer. Okay, this is another way of scoring. So what you want to do, here's your piece. What you want to do is score on each side. You want to score a 1/4 inch. See that? So here's your 1" mark, here's your 3/4 inch mark, your 1/2 inch mark, and there's your 1/4 inch. Okay, and make sure you just line that up, and you're going to score. And it is a little bit harder to score, so you're going to probably have to score a few times, but it will fold. Just kind of have to push down a little bit more. Okay, and as you can see, there's my score mark. Can you guys see that? I hope it's not too much glare. Okay, so then maybe I should put that tissue paper back so you guys can see it better. Then you're gonna go on the other side and do the same thing. Score a 1/4 inch. So do that a few times. Okay. So you have a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch here, and now you've created your flaps. When you fold them in, those are your flaps to make your envelope. And that's really basically, that's all you're creating is an envelope. Okay, so everyone, you know, I'm sure does their envelopes differently. This is just how I do mine. Okay, so then you want to go on your 3.5 inch mark, because remember, the length of this is 2.5. Sorry, the length is 3.5. The width is 2.5. And this is the perfect size to fit inside your pocket sleeves. Okay, your baseball sleeves. So, but instead of scoring at exactly 3.5, you want to score shy of 3.5. So move it back a little bit, one line. So it's not, as you can see here, it's not quite 3.5. It's one little line less. So what would that be? That would be 3 and not 7/8. Wait, 3. How many lines do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 and 4, 7/16. I think it's easier to just say 3.5 minus 1. That's what I did. That's what I do. And actually write that down on my paper. 3.5 minus one little line. Okay, so you're just gonna score. So not quite 3.5, just shy of 3.5. And the reason you're doing that is because when you fold this over and when you fold the flap, you don't want this edge here butting up against the flap, you know, because it might not close properly, especially if you fill it with stuff. Okay, so you just made your score mark here. You're going to turn this over and you're going to make a 1/2 inch flap, and that closes your envelope. So you're going to do 1/2 inch. Here's your 1 inch, 3/4, 1/2 inch. Okay, so right about there. And, you know, it doesn't exactly have to be perfect. It depends on you. If you're a perfectionist like me, then yeah, you're going to try to get that as perfect as you can. But you're going to just keep in mind you are going to cover with washi. Okay, so there's your 1/2 inch flap and your 1/4 inch flaps. Okay, so where your 1/2 inch flap is, you're gonna leave this right now as is. On this side, you are gonna cut, and you can't, I don't think you can see that. You are gonna cut this off. Okay, the flaps on this side, you're gonna completely cut that off. All right, so let's do that. Let me see if I can stay in frame. And this is really hard. I don't have the right setup for this tutorial, but like I said, I'm gonna try to do it, and hopefully it comes out okay. So kudos to you guys who do tutorials and who have nice setups, because this is really hard to do. It's probably why I don't do tutorials. Okay. I kind of did have a setup. My husband got me this, I forgot what he calls it, a light box or something like that, where it's this huge box that I basically go inside it, and it provides like a good backdrop and ideal lighting. It's just too hard to set it up every time and break down, and it's huge. I have to break it down. I don't have the space to store that. Okay, so yeah, that's why I decided I'm not going to do that. Okay, so that's what you've done here. See, you've cut the flaps off. You have your 1/4 inch flaps here that you're going to fold in, and this part that you're going to fold in. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of our paper trimmer here. And let's go ahead and fold those score marks. All right, and just try to line it up as best you can. Give it a little fold, and then use your bone folder if you have it, or a craft stick, whatever you have on hand. And don't worry about scratching it up on the edge here, because you're going to cover this up with washi tape. Well, maybe not the bottom here though, but it's fine. It doesn't really get too scratched up. Okay, so you're going to fold that there. Now, before you fold these in, you do need to cut your flap. You want to, I think I did it this way, you want to create this V here. Because when you fold it, it's going to fold nicely. It's going to fold better. It's not going to be as bulky. You guys see that? I hope you can. Okay, and I learned that, I think, from Kathy Orta. That's how she does her flaps, her gussets, I think it's what she calls it, when she makes her mini album. Kathy Orta. Okay, so you're going to cut off this little rectangular piece here. And you can cut that off. And I hope you guys can see that, but you see how it's angled? Kind of like a V here and here. Okay, you're going to do that on both sides, and you're going to cut that little triangular little piece right here at the edge, at the corner. Cut that off. And once you get the hang of this, really, it's not, it won't take you, it's probably going to take me 20 minutes right now, but that's because I'm filming. You're going to do the same thing on this side. Just be careful, because acetate, you know, you can cut yourself on acetate. Just be very careful. Okay, there you go. And then you don't have to do this, but I like to do this because I just think envelopes look prettier like that. If you angle here, you're doing that V cut again. See that? Okay. Then you want to fold the you want to fold that in. Your flaps. So you go like that. Let's see. Again, be careful. Don't cut yourself. And if you don't have acetate, you can try it with the your packaging acetate that you might, save from your packaging. Just be careful. I don't know, sometimes they're thick. It might be a little more work for you, but I like to make my pockets where you can pull it out. Not pockets, the envelopes, the shaker. I like to do it that way so you can pull it out. Although I got a fuse now, so I'm going to be fusing some things. Okay. But I think I will keep my shakers like this, because I kind of like it. Okay, so then fold all your flaps in. Okay. And then you want to put your adhesive here. Okay, here. And you're going to put that down like that. And then you're going to put adhesive. You're going to put your stuff inside. And then you're going to also use adhesive to close that shut. Now, use some strong ones because you don't really want this to open up. I like to use score tape. So that's what I do. You can use red line tape. That works too. I wouldn't recommend hot glue because, well, it doesn't always stay. And I don't know if you want to be burning your acetate. I don't know if it's going to melt. Maybe. Or it's just, it doesn't usually stay very well. I believe I've tried that before. Okay, like a while back. Not doing shakers, I was doing like acetate pockets in my minis. No, go ahead and use it. Sorry, guys, that's my daughter. Okay, I'm already at 14 minutes, so I gotta hurry. And, okay, see? That's how I've done it. And all you have to do is to peel here. Peel it. And peel this end. Line that up. I do one side at a time, really. Try to line that up as best you can, because you don't want a wonky envelope. Okay, and then just give it a good burnish. Like so. Then you're going to put your sequins, beads, wood pieces, whatever you want. Put it in there. And you're just going to put more adhesive on the inside and close it up. And then you're going to do your washi tape. So you can put any decorative tape around. You can either go around like this, all the way around, like that. Or if you have a wide one, you can do half here and tape it around this way. Keep in mind, if you do that, though, you might want to make sure they line up, because you don't want to see the back of the washi tape on the other side, like that, right? So that's it. Easy peasy. Okay. Same thing with my inserts, you know, like my envelope inserts. It's the same construction, except my flap here is just, instead of the 1/2 inch flap on top, I do a full inch. And then I'll punch out the edge so you have a nice decorative edge. And that's how I do my little envelopes. And they're the same size. Okay, guys? So I hope that's helpful. Let me know. You know, I want some feedback from you guys. And have fun. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.